Jagger.
Well, thank you, Deputy Speaker. I was interested to hear the member for Menzies' vision of a lawless country, apparently with businesses just out there, growing on their own, no laws around that, just doing what they need to do, presumably not paying their workers. Deputy Speaker, there is no doubt that Australians are facing very real cost of living pressures, and our government is absolutely aware of that, and Australians are aware of that in my community and in others. The other thing Australians are aware of is that our government is investing in the things that do make our community stronger. We are investing in healthcare, in childcare, in education, in the things that we all value in this country, and that for too long, under nearly a decade of those opposite, were neglected. It is not untrue to say that when this government came into office, Medicare was on its knees. It is not untrue to say that we are facing a crisis with GPs around the country saying they couldn't go on because of the policies of those opposite, because of the now Leader of the Opposition who, when he was the Health Minister, ranked the worst Health Minister in living memory and tried to introduce a Medicare co-payment because those opposite did nothing to save Medicare. Well, Australians know that on this side, we built Medicare, we will always invest Medicare. And we have, since coming into office, made record investments into Medicare and bulk billing. Record investments because those investments needed to be made. Because without those investments that have been neglected for nearly a decade by those opposite, we were facing a health crisis. So we have tripled the bulk billing incentive for key groups, for children under 16, for pensioners, for Commonwealth concession card holders. Crucial investments so that people in our communities can see a doctor. The biggest increase to Medicare rebates in more than 30 years. We are making medicines cheaper. And again, I have received much correspondence from people in my community about the very real difference that is making for them. We are putting Medicare urgent care clinics in right across the country, including one in Heidelberg in my community. And again, I have had direct feedback from people in my community about how helpful this has been. The reviews are in about our Medicare urgent care clinic in Heidelberg. Callie said, "We had a late Sunday morning visit for a knee injury post-holiday. We were greeted by friendly reception staff, seen to by an obviously experienced RN before seeing the doctor. The care was efficient, friendly and of an excellent standard." Svetlana said, "Our youngest son had an injured toe and your team made the whole process a breeze. When we arrived, the doctor was prompt and efficient, guiding us to get an X-ray. What's even more amazing is that we had the results and a plan in less than an hour." And Karen said, "From start to finish, I was treated with absolute respect and dignity. The nurse I saw prior to the doctor left no stone unturned and was kind and compassionate. The doctor was as equally kind and thorough, and it all felt very genuine. This is what healthcare should feel like." That is what this government is doing, investing in healthcare in our communities, making it sure that people in my community and around the country can see a doctor when they need to, and that they get healthcare that is affordable. Deputy Speaker, another area I want to concentrate on that our government has put a lot of effort into relieving cost of living pressures on is when it comes to some of the particular pressures that families and particularly working women face. Childcare in this country. We know that Australians have one of the most expensive childcare systems in the OECD. And our government knew that when we came into office, and so we came in with a plan to do something about it. We came in with a commitment to make childcare cheaper for Australian families, and we have delivered on that commitment. On 1 July this year, we introduced changes to the childcare subsidy, helping 1.2 million families right across the country, including 6,600 in my community. Now, this is good for families, it's good for kids, and it is good for our entire country. Again, we get it on this side of the chamber. We understand that childcare is one of the biggest expenses that Australian families, and particularly Australian women, face. And we have, just like we said we would, invested in it. This government takes a serious approach to supporting Australians with cost of living pressures. We are investing in the things that matter, in healthcare, in childcare, in education, right around our country. We have a plan. Those opposite only have negativity. They do not have a plan for our future.
Give the